Hi, I am Shiv, and today we're going to be talking about cryptography. Okay, so let's start with the most basic question. What is cryptography? So, say you are sending a text message, a WhatsApp message to a friend. So, you write a text message. This is called plain text. This plain text is converted into gibberish. This gibberish is sent to your friend who decrypts it to find the plain text back again. Okay, so the process of converting the plain text to gibberish is called encryption. The gibberish is also referred to as ciphertext or encrypted text. And finally, the process of converting this encrypted text to plain text again is called decryption. Now, the exact specifics or the algorithms that are used to carry out encryption and decryption, we'll talk about those in later parts of this video. Now, let's talk why do we need cryptography. So in today's day and age, where most of our transactions, our daily interactions happen virtually, where a humongous amount of data travels across the internet, well, all of that data needs to be private. What do I mean by private data? So private data means, let's say I am the sender and I'm sending it to some particular person or group of people. That data can only be accessed by those particular people. If a third party wants to snoop in on the data and see what I am sending, they shouldn't be able to do so. Okay, so for the sake of the aforementioned purposes, we use cryptography. Okay, so now let's talk about the first major milestone in the field of cryptography. Well, that was achieved by Julius Caesar when he developed a Caesar Cipher. So what happens in a Caesar Cipher is, say you have this text, and this is converted into this ciphertext. This conversion takes place by using a shift. So A converts to this, B converts to this, like this. These texts are shifted by a few places, say 3 places. Okay, so this process of substituting one letter for another, all other ciphers also employ this process, and all of these ciphers are grouped under the category of substitution ciphers, where one letter is being substituted for another letter. Okay, for the purposes of brevity, we will not talk about other types of ciphers. So now let's talk about what cipher is used, what form of cryptography is used in the modern day world. Okay, so for that, let me briefly touch upon hashing functions. So what hashing functions are? There are two mainly used hashing functions, SHA-256 and MD5. So what happens in these is, suppose this is my MD5 hash function, and I send the data in, and I will get out hashes. Okay, now the output, that is the hash file, that file, this whole process is one way. So only plain text can be converted into hash text. So what do I mean by this process being one way is that if I try to take the hash file and I try to convert the hash back into the plain text, well, that will require me testing a lot of possibilities, and computationally, using current computational techniques, it will take a lot of time that spans many times more than that of a human life cycle. So it is not feasible to do it using current computational power, including supercomputers. Okay, so next let's talk about, well, you want to send that data to your friend again and you don't want a third party to snoop in. How will you do that? For that, first of all, we need a key, right? So we divide you can't send the key over the internet because it can't be encrypted. So what we do is we divide the key into two parts, the public key and the private key. Now the public key is used to encrypt the data and the private key is used to decrypt the data. Now okay, let's say there are two players, A and B. A wants to send data to B, so A will use B's public key, which can be publicly transmitted over the network, and encrypt the data he or she wants to send. Now B will receive this encrypted data and will use his or her private key to decrypt this data. In this process, the private key of B has never left B, and the private key of A will never leave A. So if someone wants to send data to A. Alright, so well, that's how cryptography is done in the modern day and age. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous day ahead. Bye.